Hi guys, I'm Thorbatum, and I'm going to help you set up your stream. First, though, I'd like to say I do stream on Twitch. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. Central, and occasionally I will go live on Saturday. So if you are interested or have any questions about this video or want to come and chat, my link will be down in the description below. I'm looking forward to meeting you. With that being said, setting up your stream really isn't that difficult. The first thing that you will need is OBS Studio. It's on obsproject.com. The link to that will be down in the description below. Download it to whichever program you are using. I personally am a Windows user. Click it, you go through the download process, pretty straightforward. You also need to be logged into a Twitch account. On our Twitch account, we will click on our image, go to Creator Dashboard, go to Settings, and go to Stream. On here, you will see your primary stream key. So, it is important not to show this to anyone, because anyone who has this stream key can actually stream to your channel from where they are. So, with this, just a simple copy, and you'll be good to go. So, while editing this video, I realized that I didn't explain how to put your stream key into OBS. So, I'm going to show you real quick. So, while in OBS, we'll go to File, Settings, Stream. You'll choose your service, and then there will be a bar right about here that'll tell you, have you put in your stream key. And with that, you apply, then click OK, and then your stream will be set up to OBS. So now we open up our OBS Studio, and from here we go into our tools, Auto Configuration Wizard. We'll optimize for streaming, since that is what we're going to be utilizing this for. We will use, you can choose between 1080 and 720 canvas resolution. I choose 720, it uses less of your PC resources. The same thing, you can choose your FPS output. I mainly prefer 60, but 30 if I have to. It gives me a little bit more flexibility if I'm using a lot of resources on my PC. Our service will be Twitch, and I prefer hardware encoding. There's two different types of encoding. There is NVENC and X264. NVENC being a hardware encoding, it utilizes your hardware more than the software on the computer, and it will actually utilize less resources, but will have a little bit lower video output. The opposite goes for 264. You'll have a better quality video output, but it'll utilize more resources. If you have a higher end PC, then you could go with the X264, get the slightly better video output. But if you're on a little bit more of a budget, like I am, let's go with the hardware encoding. You can change this option later. And then also have it estimate bitrate with bandwidth test. It may take a few minutes, so this will test your internet connection to see what you should be outputting for your stream. So you let it run through the bandwidth test. Real quick, the bandwidth, I recommend anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000, depending on your internet connection, because it also depends on your audience's internet connection on how well it pulls from them. So if your bitrate is way too high, say you set it to 8 or 10,000, they may get a choppy or lackluster experience from your stream. And not a lot of people want to stay for a stream like that. Okay, so my final results. My testing is complete, and it says my service is Twitch, server, auto, which is what I recommend too. The video bitrate, it's wanting me to run at 6,000. I usually run about 4,500. The streaming encoder, it's wanting to use NVENC and recording encoder NVENC. So those are the hardware settings that I chose to prefer, and it says that's a good option for me. It tells me I can record at a high quality and medium file size if I was to do any recordings, and it's sticking with the output resolution of 720 with a 60 FPS. So we'll go ahead and click apply on these settings. And as a side note real quick, if you need to edit any of those settings that we had just had the auto configuration tool use and go through, you can go to file and into settings, and it'll show under your stream, your services and everything, and your output. You'll have your video bitrate, your encoders, and everything like that. So you can change everything here if you need to. If you find out people are saying, hey, your stream's coming through a little rough or something like that, you might need to lower your bitrate down a little bit. Keep it about 4,000 though, because if you go below 4,000, your quality will drop. Just same thing with your encoder. If you find out that your hardware or your computer's not up to the stuff to do software, try out going to the NVENC here. I don't recommend changing your audio bitrate. You know what? We'll create a new scene. So when you click this little plus icon in the bottom left hand corner, and you can name the scene. So we will name it a game demo scene, just to show you guys everything that goes into these here. Okay, so in the game demo scene, we now add our sources. The first source that you would typically want to add is either a game or display capture. So a game capture will capture only your game, and that's it. On the opposite side though, display capture will utilize more resources of your PC, but if you wanted to bring a video from a web page, or a GIF or a picture someone sent you in Discord, or something like that you want to share with your stream, you can utilize it that way. I personally utilize display capture. For this sake, we will use game capture. So we go to game capture, we'll create a new one, and you can choose through these settings here. For me, I say capture any full screen application, so most games that you'll be playing will be in full screen. Don't need to worry about any other settings in most cases. You know, want it to capture your cursor if you're playing like games like Hearthstone or something like that, you know. And if you want to, you can have this capture third-party overlays such as Steam and everything, so it'll pop up those little notifications or the Discords or anything like that. Okay, so now that we have our game capture added in, so now as you see, there's a black screen here. With this, I don't have any games open or playing right now. So let's just utilize this for example. If we go into World of Warcraft, give it a second here to load. Okay, so here we are with our game. So now, if I was to Alt Tab out, see how this is full screen? If I was to go back to my OBS, as you see, it's picking up the game. Hey guys, Editor Thor here. I've come to realize that I did a troubleshoot and I cut it out of the video, so I wanted to add it back in. When we add in our game capture, and then it gives us this red box in the upper left hand corner, and you try to move it, it doesn't do anything. So, way to fix this is you right click here, you go to transform, fit to screen. And then if you open up a full-size game, such as for me World of Warcraft, and you go back into OBS, then it'll be the full size of the screen. So I just figured I'd share that little tip and trick with you. Enjoy the rest of the video. So for this part, we're just going to add in a webcam. Okay, so you have your game display and you go add video capture device. So you will probably have to create a new one. You can name it what you want, and you will choose your webcam. For me, mine would be the C922 Pro webcam. You can adjust your resolution and FPS type and all. I typically would just leave it the same. You click OK. For me, it's already implemented, so I will actually add the one I already have set up, which is called SpartaCam for me because of my cat. So yeah, so it'll come out in a full screen, same thing as your game capture and everything. From there, you can shrink it down, move it around, and put it where you need to on your scene here. And this is where everybody will see you at. So, nice, simple, straightforward, and easy. And the only other thing that I would recommend now is in your audio. Make sure you're not bouncing up into the red, and make sure that you go to your properties on the little cogwheel on the one that's picking up, and make sure it's set to whatever your actual mic is. A lot of times it'll like to set up to the webcam that we just added in, like the C922 for me. Just a little tip and trick. So guys, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get notified when I go live, and then give me a like, and it'll help out the video a lot. And until next time, have a good stream. Peace.